So this is the M2R 160 SM. It comes in a metal cage when it's delivered. We got 2 delivered. This is my friend's one that we're building up, and this is my one. It does not come with the forks attached. You've got to attach them. I've just attached them to sort of level out the bike. It also doesn't come with the engine tray, the guard, attached. It comes with it when you buy it, but it doesn't come with it attached to the bike, so you have to attach it yourself. Shock isn't attached at the back there. Again, it comes sort of fitted under there, but not actually attached to the bolts. So on the bike, all the bolts for the cage you do not need for the bike, so you can chuck those away or you can keep them, whatever you want to do. Today anyway, we're going to put this bike together and hopefully get it running. I'm going to take the seat off now and attach the shock so the back of the bike's a bit more stable. For this video, you're going to need a 17mm spanner, a 14, 13 and a 10mm spanner, a 654 and a little 5mm Allen key. You can use just a normal right hand angled Allen key. It's for your foot peg. That's just a socket holder. 19mm socket, a 13mm socket and an 8mm socket with a short extension, a little ratchet, that's a quarter drive ratchet. You've got a 3/8 ratchet as well, pair of side cutters, a Stanley blade for just unwrapping bits, and a bit of Loctite, and you're all good to go. Nice and shiny. Pretty cool looking shock. You have a 13mm nut underneath there. You might have to lift the rear wheel slightly. I'm using my foot just to lift it up and down to get the bolt in place. You can now put the seat back on once you've done the shock. Another thing you need to do is turn this peg round for your foot brake. I do Loctite this one in place, you don't want it coming off. So getting the catch tray on, you just attach to that bolt there, same on the other side, and then underneath where the foot pegs are, see there's 2 bolts there as well. All these bolts are already in place, so you just have to take them out and then put them on. It originally comes with that sump guard there, so if you want to put the catch tray on, just undo the bolts where that's attached to. The forks are very easy to install. You just line it up to the first notch. I've put them on. Do the bolts up either side. The one for your caliper is always on the left hand side, where you've got this bit that holds the brake line. So again, fitting the wheel is really easy. The right hand side of the wheel, opposite to the brake disc, doesn't have a dust seal, but the other side does. That's completely normal. Also, your brake disc comes loose. Take the bolts out and Loctite them. So your wheel goes in like so, spindle from this way, nut from this way. And you have 2 spacers, one either side. Should look something like that. And just chuck the nut on. Don't forget to do up these axle bolts. While you're here, you may as well fit your bobbins either side. Once you've got the bolts underneath that hold the handlebar mounts on, you can adjust where you want them. So I'm going to put mine one back. So we line it up. If we line it up right, that is. I got back one. Obviously, make sure they're equal both sides. Otherwise, your handlebars are going to be wonky. So we are there. Once you've got them in the right place, tighten up the bolts. After you've done up the 2 bolts that are underneath, make sure you do the Allen keys up on top. They do leave them loose from factory. So this is how you want to route your cables. Clutch on the inside of the handlebar. Your throttle cable on the inside and your kill switch on the inside of the handlebar. The only one that you want on the outside of the handlebar is the caliper. And then do it up. Ideally, before you rip off all the stickers, don't bite your nails. Ah, nearly all in one. So here on the bike, I've removed 2 bolts, those ones, and we're going to replace them with cable ties. It's quite common for these to break. Once you've got those cable ties on, just give them a snip. It just makes it so much easier for when you've got to remove it later on. Through that a bit, and it sort of just sits like that to hold the cables. You can use another couple of cable ties on the kill switch wire. It does come cable tied like that, but it's just not enough, so just cable tie it a little bit more. Time to put the caliper on. Just release this clamp that holds the brake line. 10mm spanner and a 5mm Allen key. Once the caliper's on, it should look something like this. Then just pump the brake a few times. And that's it. So just make sure your fuel tap's on and your choke's on before you start.